104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Tuesday!
Yes.
Except for Sam, she had to work yesterday.
Yeah, sorry about that, Sam.
That's okay. I had a good day yesterday. Everybody was hanging out still. A lot of people were working. I had a giveaway yesterday, and I was laughing because my winner, I was like, yeah, so what are you doing? She's like, I'm laying in bed listening to you guys. I was like, really?
Nice.
She's like, yeah. She's like, even if I don't have work, I still have to listen to you guys. So she was just streaming us on the app and laying in bed. And I thought that was so funny.
That's what...
I was like, I don't think anybody from the Roula and Ryan show is laying in bed listening to
Like
me
Roula
yesterday.
No.
Like Roula show, I've never heard her on Saturday mornings because that's my one day to sleep in.
Because you're sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, she was just laying in bed listening.
I want to listen to it. I just...
Sleeping in, though, for us, I mean, for me, anyhow, I think 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., that would be like really sleeping in on a Saturday.
No, that's when I know that I've turned into my dad.
But doesn't your body wake
My
you
body
up?
wakes me up because we normally get up. I mean, I'm up at like 3:45 every morning, so it's like, why?
Nope.
I can't sleep
Yeah,
that late.
my body will not let me sleep past probably
that alarm.
7 a.m.
That alarm, I've been doing this for 20-some years.
You
I need
still
that
it?
alarm. I'm not waking up like
I
that.
have one. It's a 1-year-old. That is my alarm. I think
Every 2 hours, 4 hours?
7:30 maybe I can sleep until on the weekends.
Just wait till you're sleeping, you look over to your left, the side of the bed, you just see the head just looking at you. Hey, Mom,
Oh,
Mom, let's go play. What are we going to do? Mom, I'm hungry. Like at 6 a.m., it's like, oh, no, it's Saturday, I want to sleep
I'm just gonna, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to
That's
say
what I
you
told
guys
because
come sleep.
with those 3 kids, because they're all within like 2.
Yeah, she's in the trenches right now still.
But when they were like 6, 4, and 2, oh, man.
By the way, Roula will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, she's with her child right now at where's she at? Virginia?
In Virginia.
Getting back, I guess, from
I don't want to say West Virginia. I got yelled at before by you guys. I'm like,
field
I don't know
trip.
the difference.
Yeah.
She is in Colonial Williamsburg. It's a recreation of colonial times that they have in Virginia.
So many kids do this field trip. My ex-wife's a
never heard of it
teacher, and
before.
she does it every year with her students. I know my daughter did this.
I did this
growing
as
up.
well. But I lived on the East Coast,
for
so
you.
that was like, backyard type of stuff. But they also have another town there called Jamestown that has the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Oh, they have the recreations of the ships?
Yes. That's
cool.
kind of neat. That was neat for me. I mean, it wasn't the real ships, but it was the
Actual
rebuild.
size, though?
Are they
Like-
built?
Yeah, actual size. You're like,
Regular
oh my God,
size, wow.
This crossed the Atlantic? Oh, how many people fell off of this thing?
How many
So,
people like
so they're
this?
not that big.
No way! They're so tiny compared to...
Like, how many people do you think can get on that?
Well, I think there's historical records to give us
Yeah,
that.
you can probably Google that one.
I know,
But I
and
think
I'm
it's
not
like
Googling
If
right
I
now.
was to guess, on the smallest one, I bet you it was probably about maybe 20 to 30 people.
Really?
And they have to bring supplies. Like, don't they bring
Oh,
animals
yeah.
too?
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
got to
right?
eat that meat.
Yeah.
And that
Was it
most-
like 1,000 ships with them?
there was not 1,000 ships with them.
Now
They
we're
got
like
all those
making
people.
everybody dumber out there.
I don't remember that stuff. You forget.
There were 3 ships. There weren't 1,000 ships.
We got to figure after that though. I mean, once they hit
Afterwards,
land,
yeah.
they go, hey, the rumor's going around. Hey, everyone's got gold there. They're rich. Everyone's going to head that way.
And these are Christopher Columbus's ships.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
Oh, that guy. That was in rapid fire.
Yeah,
Oh, God. I heard you complaining. No historical questions anymore.
Yeah, why so much history? Why not?
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
put in first and second grade history questions.
Yeah, but why not some like
I got it right. I just
There's
said
a ton
trivia
of
stuff
said
about like
Columbus.
stuff that's happened this week?
There
in
are
news.
a
Right.
ton
Like
of pop
celebrity
culture.
gossip.
Like who lost in the Super Bowl? You got 2 seconds to remember.
Dude, I literally took
49ers.
Chat GPT. I'm not giving you who won the Super Bowl. That's
said
like
lost.
so easy.
I said
Yeah.
lost.
Makes you think.
Well, it's one of 2 teams.
But people,
So not everyone knows that.
and nobody can remember. So if we go
So-
back to history, and then it makes listeners go, "Hey, I feel smarter. I know that more than Kevin does." When you started talking about Abraham Lincoln, what was his son's name?
I did not
my
ever
God.
write a question like that. The question was,
That's the vibe
who
we're getting.
discovered America in 1492? That was not that hard.
No, I got it right, but they made me say Christopher Columbus, and all I said was Columbus.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And they're like, well, that's not what's written down.
We're referring to the rapid fire quiz that happens Wednesdays at 8 a.m. in
Very
case
exciting.
you're wondering.
Through tomorrow.
Y'all- yeah, it's already tomorrow.
I love this. I love having the
Now
day
you
off.
get me like so completely stressed out when I write these things.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I
they're
mean,
going to
like I
complain
listen to my
about
friends
this
do
one.
shows. They always have like topical stuff. I want some topical stuff in
There
there.
is
Yeah.
topical stuff in there. It's not
Who
every single
won
one.
People's Choice of Awards.
Oh yeah, was that on?
That's
this
not even
weekend?
how it's People's Choice Awards.
I know. What word did I add in there? People's
Awards.
Choice of Awards. I thought it sounded a little weird when it came out.
See, you would have got that one wrong, Sam.
I was trying to help you. Okay,
Thanks, I get.
die. I'm not helping you anymore.
Fine.
Anyhow, yeah, maybe coming up, any dog owners can help me out. We got, I got in late last night. I decided to take Mango for a walk, late night walk to the park, and a pit bull attacked us, and she got cut up pretty bad. Like, I mean, she got a laceration to the face. She was bleeding,
Jeez.
and I don't.
You didn't take her to the vet?
No, everything was closed. She didn't seem like she was that phased by it. I just put some Neosporin on the cut,
I'd be
but I don't.
shaking and scared if I got jumped by somebody.
Yeah.
Let alone-
Well, no, we were just.
Yeah.
It was weird. We went to the dog park talking to people that listen to the show, and for some reason, this dog just came right up and just attacked her. I scooped in, picked her up like a baby, and I took her around the trail. She seemed to be fine, but when I got home, I noticed she's bleeding everywhere. So I cleaned her wounds and.
But you
put
picked her-
Neosporin.
you still walked. She was still able to walk though, right?
Yeah.
Whose dog was it?
Somebody in the park. They just, they brought their pit bull to the park, and this dog just like bit
Let
her
it off
right in the
leash.
face. Yeah, well, you're in the park. It's a dog park. You're allowed to take your dogs off the leash.
Ah, you were in a dog
Like a
park. I guess
fenced-in
I
dog
missed-
park.
I guess I missed that
Yeah.
part of it. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
well, then you got to report that dog.
You do?
Yeah. I see you. I'm reporting your dog. My dog has gotten reported before.
Really?
Yeah, Sammy
I'm
Joe.
not surprised.
Sammy Joe would get a little bit extra playful with other dogs, and I don't know. Someone yelled at her one time. Who's this dog?
Oh no. That's
was
why I'm
like,
afraid to bring my dog to those
okay,
places. I'm
bye-bye.
afraid.
Oh, we're not going back ever again.
Yeah, no.
I'm afraid
We'll
stuff
never
will-
go back to the park
I'm afraid
again.
my dog will, because he like nips at people's ankles
Uh-huh.
at the high rise. Like,
Oh, does he?
When I take him down, he gets startled,
Uh-huh.
Oh.
and then
Hey, yeah.
I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? You're a multi-poo. I don't think you know what you are."
Right.
You're a
not
wimp.
Ferocious.
You're a wimp.
Brian, that's terrifying, though.
Yeah,
would.
I was like really scared. I mean,
Yeah.
like it wasn't worth going to. Like I don't skimp when it comes to my dog. I mean, my God, I've spent so much money on her, but I just figured she didn't seem to be upset. She still had an appetite. She's playing and everything. All he did was patch up a wound, and
It's
she's-
par for the course. If Daddy's taking me to the dog park, then I might get snacked on.
No,
I
I'm
guess,
never.
yeah.
I'm never taking her
I
back
wouldn't
there.
ever take her.
I'll never
I
take her
wouldn't even
back.
take her to a dog park. I refuse to take Misty anymore.
No, not now.
And I used to always take her to the dog park, but dogs are too obsessed with her. It's
Yeah, she's
weird.
bite-sized, too.
Like if you've got a
It
dog
is.
that
She
bites, you
is.
shouldn't be taking your dog to the park.
She's feisty, too.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
don't-
but
She don't like it when people...
She
had
started. She starts it, and then
we had a
they finish it.
coworker's dog who finished it with one of her teeth,
Oh,
and that was over a ball. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that dog likes to. That's all that dog does is.
Misty's
balls
obsessed
to
with her ball. That's all she wants. And if you take her ball, she will not play with another ball. So it's just a hot mess. So she is not allowed to go to dog parks anymore because
She lost a tooth that day.
she lost a tooth.
Misty lost a tooth.
Yes, remember that?
Yeah.
With one of the on-air.
Oh.
his dog.
Real
That's an
awkward.
awkward party.
It was.
Yeah.
So
And then
awkward.
you gotta go to work and see that person. 'Cause, I mean, that's
so awkward.
It's not that person trained their dog to attack your dog.
No,
and
but-
Come in wearing a necklace and it's made out of her tooth.
I don't think we ever found it.
No?
Maybe he's still in the bottom of Kev's pool.
All right. Well, coming up
I
next,
know.
Eric, what do you want to do
Maybe.
here? It's a little light on Scoop this morning.
Well, there's the top streaming shows. We can talk about shows. We got some listener line. We got all kinds of fun things.
We have
gotta
stuff
throw
we
in
got to
today.
talk about for Caribbean. There's new things happening this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Really
Kevin's
cool
gonna be
thing.
busy this week.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if you know this or not.
No, I know.
Every year it's almost rodeo time.
It's going to be a gorgeous day today. I mean, it's chilly when you walk outside right now. It's like
awesome.
47 degrees, but it's going to be nearly 80 degrees today. Lots of
And then
sunshine.
we're back to 90s for the next 7 months in a row.
Yeah, it looks like we
right.
got out easy on winter. Right now, like I said, 47 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Cold.
All right, I'm pleased to introduce Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, Rolla will be back tomorrow. We're going to cover a few little stories here. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, which one do you want first?
Where is the worst place to sit in a movie theater? I can't even remember the last time I went to a movie in the theater. Usually I just like buy it on streaming.
And I want to get back there, but I don't know why. I'm like you. It's like $17 now, $14.
No, not worth it.
I can.
It's expensive.
No, and if you got a whole family, you could just pay the $20 and stream it at home.
Yeah, like in like 6 weeks or 4 weeks.
Sometimes at the same time.
Like Aquaman's right. That didn't come out like at Christmas time. And
Oh yeah, but I saw the reviews on that. It got like 33% by not the critics, the viewers.
Ooh, yeah, that's why
They give you
critics
two.
I don't care about.
They give you two different like review scores, like usually Rotten Tomatoes, and then what the people who watch it, and it got really bad reviews.
Well, this study looked at the top bacteria hotspots in movie theaters and found the average seat has 1,864 colonies of bacteria.
Duh.
That's 14 times more than the average toilet seat.
Oh my
Ew.
gosh.
You can't wipe it down like at the gym. They don't
Right.
give you like, you get a little spray bottle and a little, little napkins.
You would think they would Lysol spray that.
And think about that though, because
The leather ones, I feel like those newer ones.
you could wipe them down with like
Yeah,
a wipe
the
or
cloth
something.
ones. Ooh.
But think about that. So you're sitting in that.
I don't want to think about
And then
that.
you go home and you sit on your own couch, and now your couch has got all
Well,
that.
here's something worse. One spot has even more disgusting. It's worse than that. It's the cup holder. Think about that. They don't
Ew.
wipe that down. That has an average of 2,300, almost 2,400 colonies of bacteria. 18
about it.
times
Yeah.
more than a toilet seat.
Because your cup is going in that,
Disgusting.
and then what do you use to hold your cup? Your hand. Now it's all over your hand.
And then you put your hand into popcorn.
Yep. And then you you're using your hand to
I feel like you need
text with on your phone.
treat your cup holder like you do when you go on an airplane and you wipe down the little tray. Mm-hmm. Just because when you like on United, you get on, they give you a little wipe
Fanny napkin.
And we don't mean to sound like a bunch of wimps, but I mean with COVID and the flu. I mean here we are 4 years later, still dealing with COVID. You don't really want to
I'm just worried
take
about
that
bacteria, man. I don't want to
for granted.
getting that crap in me. So just things you don't think about,
Yeah,
especially because you're eating a lot with your hands.
I don't know if I'm going back.
Like
anytime
Roula
soon.
ruined me when like 18 years ago I went to a movie with her and she's like, she always brought a hoodie. She's like, oh yeah, I don't want to touch the back of the seats. Now I find myself in movies, I'll be like this and I start leaning forward.
You don't want your
I
hair
catch
to
myself.
touch it.
I don't know. I try and wear a hoodie.
Well, think about
even
that.
in the summertime because sometimes it is cold in there.
I feel like movie theaters are always freezing.
Yeah, so I bring.
But
that
unless
to-
you're
layers,
going home
yeah.
and taking a shower, that head that you're laying on the back of the seat is going to be on your pillow. You roll around in your sleep,
On your
face down. Now it's on your face.
See, it can drive you nuts. That's why
Yeah, you go
Don't
insane
think
if you
about
think
it.
about
So
this.
Kevin and I do keep it where we don't think about that stuff.
You can't.
Yeah,
You'll
same
drive
thing
yourself crazy.
With the plane, they don't necessarily completely wipe down all the seats.
There's no
and every
way they
nook and
do. I
cranny.
mean, you know how many flights I've got on where my flight is late because a plane just got in and they shuffle those people off that plane as quickly as possible and then get us back on the plane? There's no way they're wiping down everything.
But for Sam, you probably wouldn't even know this for years. Like Kevin and I don't worry about this.
Right.
Roula and Ryan, they always worried. And who got sick all the time? Those two.
Well,
Yeah,
I
Ryan-
worry about it because I have a compromised immune system.
But you didn't have it for the whole 20 years we've been on, 21 years. And we'd always be like, you guys clean your hands too much.
They all are always germaphobes.
Yeah, and
I
they-
was
and they're
never
always
sick
sick.
until I had a baby.
Yep.
And now I'm sick all the time from him.
Yeah. I never remember you being sick. And then
Never.
you became a mom and you've been sick nonstop.
Gosh, that kid loves to share.
Now, what about
Well, what
these?
do you do, though? You can't
You
keep
get
them.
that.
You got to.
No, I asked my
You gotta work
doctor.
with them
I
and
was
hug
like,
them and-
yeah, I asked my doctor. I was like, so how do I keep him from not getting sick? And he's like, don't have a daycare baby. And I was like, well, that is not
an option.
financially an option right now. He's like, so you're gonna get sick, and so is your kid. I'm like, awesome.
Does that stop though? Like, will he get so strong with all the
I'm
fighting?
hoping. That's what everybody keeps telling me. That his immune system's going to be great and he'll be okay.
Yeah, better
so.
to get it all now. Get it out of the way.
I was a daycare baby. Were you, Eric?
You were
no,
a daycare
my mom stayed
baby?
home.
Yeah, because both my parents worked.
My son was though, and he.
I was a daycare baby, so was Kyle.
Yeah, but your butler
brother.
didn't get you sick, did he?
My son grew up north for a year, and he
Yeah.
had like that runny nose, or you got that snot. I remember that from the,
Oh,
the daycare and all that. And then we
Yeah.
moved down here after when he was 2. He never got sick. I'm like that 1 year of being up there with all the sickness. Maybe that'll make him stronger.
Build up
Sam.
his immune system.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Hey, what are we doing for Try It Tuesday? Because the Coke Spiced is out, and I definitely want to bring that in here.
Do you have one today?
I mean, Kroger's right next door. I figured they must have it.
Bring it in. We got one of our listeners, we'll just call her Mrs. B. We don't want to give her, she's a teacher. We don't want to get her in trouble, but she brought a bunch of stuff for us, like potted vegan meat for Ryan.
Oh, gosh.
Kind of weird, some weird.
Ew,
Gee,
that sounds
thank you.
awful. So that's at
Really
8
appreciate
a.m.
that.
It's Try Tuesday. Also, we have the Rodeo Sounder is back, and we're going to preview that every single morning with the Roula and Ryan show at 8 a.m. And then when you hear that from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., you have to call us, and you win tickets to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
That'll be cool. Eric, you teased another thing.
So 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock is when you. So make sure you
It'll be
listen
busy.
so you know that sounder because we can't play it throughout.
It's not like Secret Sound.
It's
where
not like
we
Secret
could've-
Sound. Like once we play that sound one time, you just have to know what the sound is from 9 to 7.
We can play it before that window opens up, but
We
right,
play it
that
at
window.
8.
Eight,
That's
yeah.
it.
It's the
8 o'clock.
debut.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
All right,
So 8
Eric, you
o'clock, set your
teased
alarm.
something else, though. You teased something about the biggest streaming show.
Well, right now, the top streaming shows are almost all old.
Okay.
You know, Ryan always talks about, this is the number one show. This is this. Well, guess not, because Suits is still number one.
Nice.
That show was on from 2011 to 2019.
Yeah.
Wow. So 5 years old.
It's they rank them minutes viewed in billions, so it's got 57 billion minutes watched. As number one. Number two is Bluey. I don't
That's
know.
a
If you got
children's
kids,
show.
Children's show. Yeah.
Is it an Australian dog or something, or is it a?
Yes. It's not an Aussie, but it is like an Australian
Okay.
dog.
Wait, like, it's.
Don't do it.
Don't do the accent. Don't do it.
too early.
Don't
Go
do it.
ahead,
Shane,
Ken.
you'll-
Go ahead.
If you say crikey, I'm going to lose
That's how he
it.
has to get into it. He has to.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah, here.
Blooming
Go,
onion.
go, go. I
Onion.
can't get it.
You're going to go get the
It's
blooming
a
onion.
blue healer. But it's an Australian like voice
Voices
and
and stuff.
character. Yes, but it's a blue healer.
It's like
It's a
Peppa
type
Pig
dog.
had the
Okay.
English voice.
So Suits
Yeah.
and then Bluey, what else?
That NCIS. That's been on since 2003,
Oh, my God.
and that's got 39 billion. Then Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Then Coco Melon. So a lot of these are for kids too. Coco Melon.
Mm-hmm.
Then The Big Bang Theory is still killing it. That was on from 2007 to 19. That's comfort food, right?
Right.
Makes you feel comfortable. Gilmore Girls.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter loves. She has a poster of that. She watched that a couple years ago, and like I think she watched it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, watch Gossip Girl. She won't watch that. I'm like, watch Gossip Girl. She's like, I already know who the person is.
Yeah.
Like
There's
who
a
the
TikTok.
gossip is.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like, who
funny.
cares? Then you can watch from that angle, knowing and seeing if they actually knew that from day one, if that person was
Well,
going to be
because
the Gossip Girl.
the dude from YOU is in Gossip Girls, and then people start doing the backstory. They start Googling, hey, where do you come from? And then they start reading spoilers. And
Things could happen. Like, I think Ryan just gave away spoilers.
No.
Friends is number 8. That, obviously, we all know that was on forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Heartland. I don't know Heartland,
Don't know that one.
but that's been on from, 2007 to the present?
Oh,
Heartland? Anybody?
nope.
No,
I
I'm
don't
looking
know
it
what
up
that is.
now.
Yeah, what is it?
It's
It's got to be like a WB type show? Or CW or something? And then Supernatural, which
Supernatural ran forever.
it was 2005 to 2019. So
Because it's like a lot of times they're finding a new audience. It's the distribution system. I've told you before, like the show I've just finished is Louder Milk on Netflix. That was made for something called the AT&T network. I never even heard of that. So I guess they folded. Netflix picked it up and it was one of the most streamed shows
Yeah.
of the entire week. And that's like my Ted Lasso.
I didn't like it. It wasn't.
You know what, Kevin? You didn't give it enough chance. You only made it like an episode.
but yeah,
in.
look, it's not there anymore. It was only there for like a week.
Yeah, but they said like
You go
so
to
many
those ones
people
that are
watched it.
on top.
It's one of those shows where, yes, it starts off a little cranky.
I liked it.
But then it becomes so lovable. The character, you fall in love with these characters, and it becomes so poignant and so heartwarming. It's just a great show. But I love it. All right, coming up next.
Actually, there is a show that's number 1 on Netflix, and it was on Cinemax for 3 seasons. Warrior.
Warrior?
Yeah, it's the guys who did Banshee.
Oh,
Which
Banshee was
Ryan
great.
always says Banshee's one of the best shows. If you like action,
It's got everything.
Fighting,
Action,
nudity.
sex, violence. I mean, it is just a free-for-all.
so it's kind of like that.
Oh,
And
cool.
The guy's really cool. The main guy.
Is it, I hear Warrior. Is it like a medieval type thing? Or?
They come from China, immigrants. They
Uh-huh.
go to San Francisco. It's like 1878,
okay.
and there's Irish are mad that they're there, and they're just trying to.
So it is a period piece.
Yeah, 1878. It's badass.
All right,
this guy's
Warrior.
he's just a fighter, man. He speaks English, but they don't know that.
Oh.
So he could just walk around and like hear everybody talk crap about him and stuff.
Wow. I'm learning about new
But
shows
it's
this
like
morning.
number one right now. It's like 3 seasons, I believe. It was always on Cinemax, but I never got Cinemax. So now it's funny, like you said, because it was on some other platform.
Yeah.
You go to Netflix and you become a hit.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, coming up next, what do we want to do here? I've got a couple listener line calls.
We got to play listener line calls, and then there's a guy this made the news, I thought, like a week ago, but now it's making national news. This guy, and
He's going
I
viral.
thought it was in spring. For some reason, he would go antique shopping in a kilt, and he would like look at items, and then he would keister them.
Things would go up the kilt.
And then put them back. He wasn't stealing them.
What the heck?
You just hold him
He
there
was
for a
leasing
moment.
them. He's borrowing them
That
from
is
the
Catch and
bizarre.
release.
But now the whole world's talking about this story, which
All right.
we
Yeah,
got to
'cause
talk
we
more
have
about it. We have
audio of that.
audio, and we can talk about this and a segment we used to do. We haven't done it in a long time, and we could bring back tomorrow.
Oh, I like that. All right, it's coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show. We've got a Roses update. We've got tickets to Dan and Shay.
Oh yeah, try Tuesday, Date or Ditch. You guys have been bringing it on the listener line and calling. And when we do the segment, people hear it and then they call in and they want a mod to record them. So
Yep.
I love it. Thank you so much for being part of the
Tons
show.
and
The show
tons
only
of
works with
because
you guys
of people listening.
and contributing, texting, calling, emailing. I love it. Thank you.
You guys
so much.
have been bringing it. Okay, so this story on KPRC, Local 2.
When did this happen, Ryan? Because I thought I saw this like last Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it was like a week ago or
on
so.
TikTok.
But
I saw a guy on TikTok talking.
It's going
put the
viral.
videos. Now it's everywhere.
So this man was caught on video placing several antique items under his kilt at the Antique Gallery in Spring. He was arrested, Mitchell Vest. He was charged with criminal mischief. He's currently being held on a $100 bond. He was captured on several cameras placing items under his kilt. But the weird thing is then putting them back on the shelf.
That's what's weird.
Ew.
So he was keystering them
Very
for
disturbing.
like 5 seconds. Some of the stuff, let's see, an antique bottle opener, a vintage tobacco can.
Wow, he's got some strong muscles. My dad used to have those tobacco cans when I was a kid. He smoked a pipe. Those things are big.
What else? There's something else like makeup brush
Ew.
and something's like a hardware piece.
I guess he thought everyone loves his man musk.
Yeah, but he goes around and he went to 2 antique stores.
Oh my God.
And somebody said they thought they saw him in Alvin.
Oh wow.
So this guy with a kilt. So there was, what'd you say, Sam? You had audio of this?
I do, yeah. The antique shop owner, her name is Susan, and
Okay.
here was her
Maybe she listens to the show. It's,
Hey,
take
Susan.
on all of this.
Everyone was disgusted. That night, one of the dealers sent me a video that she had from a camera in her own booth. I think they've been in here before. The employees recognized them and said they were just, the guy was really nice and she was nice, and they just shopped around for a few hours.
What did they do with those products?
They threw them away mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Well, some of them you can just
That's what
wash
valuable
off.
is.
Lysol down.
Yeah.
Lysol.
They did sanitize the area too, just in case.
The area.
You gotta wipe it all
Good.
down. It's
I'd hope so.
interesting.
What?
She
What
says the
happened to the
booths. A lot of people, if you've not been in an antique gallery, like for instance, there's one right there on I-10 near the Beltway, and there's a whole bunch of independent little shops inside this giant warehouse. So they have like little vendors,
My wife had
little
some
sections.
Cool, I forget the name brand of this fancy brand of these chairs, and she went to an antique place. I forgot about them. I think they've been sitting there for since like November. I should call them. I don't even know what they
You
might have
bought
taken
them and you haven't picked them up?
We sent them there.
Oh, okay.
I brought them there with her.
Yeah.
and they consignment or whatever.
Oh, to have
But
somebody
there's a lot of
buy
little
them?
knickknacks around there. I could see where people could just walk around and steal or keister.
Right.
But this brings us to tomorrow at this time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
We can bring it back.
What's up your butt Wednesday? We could do that tomorrow.
Been a while.
People always ask for it. That's
Been a
where we.
hot minute since we've done What's Up Your
Next in the
Butt.
segment is people that work in the medical field. What's something strange you've seen? It doesn't have to be that, but somehow it always ends up being that. we try and say you don't have to talk about things that got stuck up their butt,
But inevitably they do.
we end up there.
They
The
do.
end.
Okay, so we were all off yesterday. Sam, you played a best of show, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we got a lot of listener line calls.
You did the segment. Which one about you went to the doctor for
Oh,
blank?
yes. Went to the doctor for blank and then found out you had blank. Like,
You
it
think it's
wasn't
something.
for
My
a
stomach hurts,
cold.
and you find
Yeah.
out it's like,
Oh.
I have cancer.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, so listen to this one.
My name's Kevin, and I had a situation medically where my daughter had the flu. I thought I had the flu. Ended up going into the doctor and was told basically I had the flu. That went on for about a week and a half. I traveled to California, but I was not getting better. Finally came back. Went back to the doctor, sent emergency immediately to the emergency room. I had a ruptured appendix that had opened, started leaking. By the time I got into the hospital, I had a collapsed lung. I was urinating black, and I was basically a third of my body was gangrene. Surprised and happy to be here. I was in the hospital 30 days, but the net of it is continue to get second opinions.
Continue to get second opinions. See, I don't even know how he's alive.
Wow.
When I was 10, my appendix burst on the table, and you get a poison released in your blood that will eventually kill you.
It was black.
Oh, dear God.
Glad you're...
That's a bad doctor.
Well, we don't know. He didn't say what else happened to him. Like, well, now I have one lung or anything
he sounded like he
that.
had trouble breathing there. I don't know if he was walking.
I think he was walking.
Oh, my goodness.
That's scary.
And then one woman went in for a hip problem.
I went into the hospital with hip pain from pregnancy and ended up with a rare disease that 1 in 10,000 people get and had both hips replaced 1 month after my baby came out of the NICU.
A bone disease.
Both 1 in 10,000 people.
Yeah.
You can't win the lottery.
Oh, my
you get
gosh.
that.
But a newborn and a hip replacement?
Both, right?
Double hip.
Double hip.
Oh, my God. That's a lot. And then,
I hope she has help.
yeah, no
I can't
kidding.
imagine.
Hey, what if she's here by herself?
The
Like her
rehab
family lives
for
in
your
New York
hips
or something.
And then covering from a baby. Whoa.
Double hip replacement. But usually when you get the hip replacements, they get you up and about, moving pretty quickly.
That's my thing, too. Like,
Still.
doctors can miss things. Think about that. 1 in 10,000. If you're a doctor and you've never seen that before,
Yeah,
how are you
how do
supposed
you
to know what you have?
Well, we're so...
Everyone wants to put, so much pressure on doctors, but that's not easy. And
Because we
nurses.
have such a false image of how the medical system works from all the TV
Like
shows
House?
we watch. House. How unrealistic is that? Okay, usually you've got a doctor who's got dozens of patients, and he's focusing on dozens of people. In House, you got 5 doctors focusing on one patient, and that's it.
That's not happening.
That doesn't happen in real life.
I mean, I guess not one. I guess it depends how rare it is.
If he's really rich or something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably the only reason. All right, you remember me telling you about that story, that show that I was obsessed over, Lover, Stalker, Killer?
No, what?
What?
Did you guys know that?
On Netflix?
I did
Yes.
not know this.
Have you seen it yet, Sam?
I have not, but
I'm still-
I do have it on my to-do
Oh,
list.
my
I almost
God.
watched him like, no.
He's out
I
of
got to
spite.
spite, right?
He's
Yeah,
fighting me.
just
He
like-
won't watch
Oh,
it
it's
out of
Warrior.
spite.
You're not going to pay attention to it.
Well, listen to this woman watched it.
So I am watching the show Ryan recommended, even though I didn't want to because it is Ryan. Just kidding. Lover, Stalker, Killer.
gosh.
And I can relate to this. My husband ventured off during our marriage. We're still together 16 years, but he did meet someone else and for a short period of time, and we made it work. But she was stalking me so bad to the point where we couldn't go anywhere, go to dinner, go anywhere. She would watch my kid get on the bus. I had to press charges against her. She would also, when I would be pumping gas, she would come up and park in front of my car where I couldn't leave. She was insane.
Whoa.
Thank God I have not seen her in a while. She used to follow me home from work every day. It was the scariest thing ever. But so far, so good. Hopefully I don't just jinx myself. And by the way, Sam, I want to say I'm the one that was texting when you were talking about Love of that attraction show where they're in the little pods. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I was
Love
the
is
one that
Blind.
was watching it with my in-laws. So yeah, that was interesting too.
She was the one
Oh,
watching it with her
that's
in-laws.
funny.
What show are you talking about?
I thought she said when they said in the pod, Love is Blind.
Or is she talking about Naked
But
Attraction?
I think she's talking about maybe Naked Attraction that
that's-
she watched it with her in-laws.
Naked Attraction is very graphic and very disturbing. Like, I mean, I can only watch
it's
one
kind
of
of
those.
educational, though.
I think it's just really funny.
Makes you realize people look a lot better with their clothes on.
Yes, it does. And nobody outside of
Sometimes.
America gets
Some of
circumcised.
them. Oh my gosh, Ryan.
That's why Ryan knows.
We didn't.
What is
we
Kevin?
didn't
What do you call Ryan all the
do
time?
that.
Oh, I quit.
No, you can't say that right now.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I'm getting out. Getting
Ryan
out.
Show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
I will say after watching Naked
Thought you meant something
Attraction. Stop it.
He's like, oh, I can say that.
Oh, duh.
Stop it.
I will say after watching that, I feel better about myself. I can't believe these people people have got the guts to go on that show.
Look at Ryan now bragging about his wiener. All right.
All right, here we are.
In the morning, he's bragging
It
already.
is Rodeo Houston time.
Where's
Country
Roula?
stars Lainey Wilson and Jelly Roll are the only performers so far to sell out. Now, you can still get tickets at face value for the rest of the 2024 lineup. Lainey Wilson and Jelly Roll each sold over 71,000 seats at NRG. Now,
They're the two hottest artists right now.
However, 50 Cent over 69,000, Jonas Brothers over 69,000. So if you're fans of those performers, you definitely want to get your tickets
now,
because
or
they're
just
selling
win with
out.
us.
Absolutely. Seats start at $25 and they go all the way up to $400 a ticket for shoot seats. Have you ever been up in the shoot?
No. Not cool.
That's where you grab your fold-out chair and run out in the dirt?
Yeah, they used to do it that way.
But now they put the seats there already.
Now the seats are there. It used to be that was old school where you'd grab your seat and run out into the dirt, but it's not like
Did you
that
bring your
anymore.
own lawn chair?
No, you cannot bring your own lawn chair.
That's what I always thought.
that's what it
looks
was,
like
too.
it.
Back in the day, maybe they did that.
Looks like that.
Maybe back in the day.
Like, imagine carrying that from your car because no one can park very close.
Just carrying a bunch of those.
That's true. Walking miles with
Where
a
you
folding
going?
chair.
Where you going with that?
Friday is Go Texan Day, and it's going to be at Herman Square with a proclamation officially kicking off the event. There's going to be free chopped barbecue sandwiches from the World's Championship Barbecue Committee. There will also be live music and a chance to take photos on top of a longhorn steer. So Friday, Go Texan Day. And by the way, early voting begins today, and it runs through Friday, March 1st. The
what?
polls open... early voting for like all your representatives right now.
The one for November?
This is the primaries?
The
Oh,
primaries.
Yes.
Yeah. So the polls open at 7 a.m., close at 7 p.m.
Only 18% of the population in Texas voted for our primaries last time. So it's important.
So
Get
polls
out there.
open, like I said, just about 8 minutes from now, and they go till 7 p.m. However, on Sunday, they're open from noon to 7 p.m., and that's what's going down in H-Town. Coming up next.
Oh, by the way, too, Gwen Stefani, she's going to be the godmother of that Jubilee in the carnival in Galveston. And I believe and then her husband's performing a few days later, so you never know. You might see them hanging
they'll
around.
be here for a few days?
Yeah. Obviously, there's things called private jets.
Yeah.
They could just fly, from Ellington Field or something.
When's Blake playing?
The first concert is the 27th.
Yeah, it's 27th.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's like 3 days later, so I assume I would
Might
just stay here
see Gwen.
Saturday, go down there, and then come back and hang out, so you never know.
Might see Gwen. All right, coming up next, it's Roula and Ryan's Revenge. Somebody's got their payback, and we're going to hear all about it next on 104.1 KRBE.